look at the stories making news at this hour. I'm Erin Kennedy. Religious and community leaders are calling for a new way to end gun violence. CBS 2's Lauren Victory has that story.
Well, doctors wouldn't say how many of the 66 people shot this weekend were treated here at Stroger, but the head of the trauma department tells me at least 3 people arrived deceased. About an hour ago, city religious leaders gathered here to thank the hospital staff for their hard work these past few days.
Why should I feel discouraged?
The faith leaders began with a song, then headed inside the emergency room to pray with medical workers and meet with the families of gunshot victims. The pastors wanted to remind patients being treated for bullet wounds that they can turn to the church for guidance. This effort was also meant to send a religious message to the shooters responsible. Several of the people who were gunned down this weekend were under the age of 18. Police say many of the shootings were targeted. In some cases, investigators suspect gang members trying to avenge friends' deaths would fire into crowds but miss. Instead, they'd hit innocent people. Families cried into each other's arms outside Stroger Hospital over the weekend. Some even fell to the ground, overwhelmed with grief. The clergymen gathered at the hospital today say a lot of change needs to come from within communities.
Drug sales, prostitution is helping these kids survive. And so if we don't offer an alternative, they're going to continue to do what they're doing.
When we go out there, we can't just say, hey, get off the corner, get off the street.
Or we don't put any accountability on the parents. The parents are not raising their kids right. They're not all bad parents out there, but there are a whole lot of them that's not raising their kids right.
Now, to help, church leaders suggest supporting some of those parenting programmings and also bringing more resources into the city to help train kids in some sort of trade industry. They also are saying create street teams to convince those kids to leave the street life. Here at Stroger, I've been told that there is a similarly focused program made up of social workers.
And now here's meteorologist Megan Glaros with your forecast.
Hey everyone, I'm meteorologist Megan Glaros. Just kind of want to step you through the rest of the day today. We've got a chance of a few scattered showers at this time. Moving forward into the afternoon, expect that activity to become a little more energized, a little more potent. So by the time we're at about 2 o'clock, we've got a few scattered thunderstorms in the mix, generally favoring areas south of I-88. Little more activity continuing between that time and about 5 o'clock. There should be some scattered shower and storm activity just as everybody's getting ready to hit the door to go home from work. And then moving into 9 o'clock, shower and storm activity concentrates a little bit farther east of my northwest Indiana counties. It'll be about 74 degrees at that point, and we could see a few additional showers through the overnight, but opening the door up into a much better day tomorrow. We'll take a peek at exactly what to expect as we move forward this week, of course, but know that today temperatures about 81. By a couple days from now, we're back up into the upper 80s.